Yeah, hey, TOs would be okay with that.
If you're going to start, yeah, well, that's one of the things I was thinking as a TO, you've got to start implementing something like that.
Yeah, the scenes are getting a bit too big for our britches. Meanwhile, going into game one, we have. I was actually trying to figure out which one. I think dark is AbsentPage.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
And I was just saying like his skin color. I mean, the actual tag dark is AbsentPage.
He's the Dark Fox, and he is AbsentPage. Yeah, I don't think I've seen Hax use a tag at all pretty much today.
Yeah, I've also noticed that he's like shooting lasers in general, and like I know, like Hax in general is like he just likes to move really quick. The way he dashes, and the way he moves, it's such tight timing. It's kind of distinguished. Again, one of the beauties about this game is that a lot of times you can tell who's playing who based on how.
Yeah, I would say so. Everybody. There's so many different approaches and styles to playing these characters, especially the best ones. The better the character is, the more diverse ways you can play them, I feel.
Yeah, I would agree. I think that kind of stretches outside of Melee to an extent.
Rose-colored boy with a great edge guard there. He might be looking at a second one.
Wow, rose-colored boy.
RCB taking 2 right off the bat.
Takes himself out too, so I guess we're kind of right back at a fresh game.
It is worth it though, because he took both of them and evened it back up for the team. So definitely worth it.
Yeah, definitely better than not taking the risk, right?
Yes, exactly.
You had everything to gain right there, and not much to lose. Fox could do so much. Like every once in a while, you look at Fox and you just go, "Wow, this character."
He can do it all.
Yeah, he can do so much. He can cover so many options. And then when you add the fact that there's another Fox there, you just think like, what? In certain situations, you're like, what can you do and not get punished?
Yes, it's always nice to have a character that brings something to the table, like Jigglypuff, who has a great amount of jumps. She can save you. She has rest. You can kill them instantly. But just having another Fox sometimes, just having another clone of your character is great.
Yeah, I know. It's
especially when you're playing Fox.
It's just like, how do you top, like, you know, Superman? Oh, I know, another Superman.
Ooh, great edge guard there.
That was a perfect play right there from Junebug.
Junebug really laced that up tight. That was a really good edge guard.
Yeah, he even moved in such a way that it was sort of ambiguous as to what he was going to do, and he made it really hard even for the other Fox to kind of interrupt that edge guard.
Yeah, I would say it was definitely unconventional. Not the kind of like slow falling edge guard most Sheiks are going to go for right there, especially in teams where they don't have a lot of time to do stuff.
Yeah, he's moving pretty smooth.
Great save there by RCB as well, keeping him out of that dangerous up smash range at 112%.
Yeah, well, this is a situation where the red team can really like put a nail in the coffin, or you could see a real quick turnaround and suddenly have the blue team be way ahead.
They're both high percent. I think really what they're trying to do here is just make the most out of these 2 stocks they have, because they know realistically one of them is going to die soon.
Yes.
One of them, you know, they can't do this forever. One of them is going to get killed. And now you're going to see, yeah, both of them get killed. I knew that if one of them went out, they weren't going to be able to really stop the other from just running over and up smashing.
Yeah, and you could almost tell that was on their mind, right? They were playing in a way that suggested that that's what they were, you know, kind of afraid of. And, you know, they had the nightmare scenario for them.
And they did quite a bit with what they had to work with, in my opinion. Almost evening this game back up. They could have got a little bit more percent to where it was like a real easy kill coming in here on this stock. Definitely would have been great.
All right, so this is still can go either way.
Red team's right back in this. They've got a lot of melee to play with, potentially 5 games to go, but already we're seeing a very close one here.
Yeah, it looks like Hax is going to have to take point, but Hax, you know, knowing him, he really loves to take point. He loves to get inside and press buttons, so. And Hax, another one of the hidden team greats, you know. He's been a part of some legendary team sets. One of my like craziest favorite team sets of all time was probably Apex 2014. VGBootCamp and Hax versus, I think it was Mango and Lucky.
Oh, that's a classic.
That is still one of my all-time favorite sets of all time.
Well, the best double set of all time is definitely Hungrybox and Crunch versus PP and Lazar from BMR2.
You know, I won't disagree. Just considering it was, you know, the classic.
The story, the stakes, the crowd, everything about that set is so legendary. I'm a little biased because I was the TO and I also was in the crowd screaming, so maybe I'm a little biased. But to me, it doesn't get much better for doubles melee than that.
This is like looking at a double introverted relationship. You know,
they're
almost.
just staring into the screen.
They don't have much to talk about.
Headphones on. Hack's doing all the talking here like a true party face.
Yeah, they're definitely like that couple that got married. You know, and the guy went off to war, and then he just didn't talk when he came back. And they, they every once in a while there's a touch on the shoulder, and then they lived into their 90s together.
It's the things that aren't spoken.
Exactly, the unspoken doesn't mean there's no love there. It's just they don't want to talk about it.
Sometimes you say it best when you say nothing at all.
I know. Some would argue that love is like an action word, and they're showing it. They're showing how much they love each other by these team passes.
With the team, yes. The power of teams and friendship is overcoming the power of evil right now.
Yeah, exactly. And, I just realized, depending on how things go the next couple of weeks, months in the community, RCB, his favorite character might not be legal anymore.
Puff?
I'm kidding. I don't think anybody takes that seriously. Do they?
I'd certainly hope not. I would tell them to read a book or get a helmet.
Yeah, I guess.
They should be walking around with a helmet on, maybe, to make sure nothing else happens to their brain because they've got CTE.
Yeah. Meanwhile, a slight team for the red team, which is what you want on your counter pick, but nothing to write home about. In fact, it's already gone as I was in the middle of giving this little dialogue. You know what I fear? This might be like one of those, commentator predictions. I definitely think that the red team picked this stage because they felt crowded. They want a little bit more room to kind of handle these really fast, really dangerous characters. But I fear that these silent protagonists right now, AbsentPage and Hacks, like with this room to get used to each other, they might start to figure out and just kind of silently put together a strategy that works really well.
I mean, so far they've been doing a great job without it. I mean,
yeah.
if they can put anything together outside of what they're already doing, then it would be a miracle.
Yeah, well, this is one of the worst things, at least for the blue team in the previous games, that they bumped heads a couple times.
Yeah. Not seeing as much of that, but that's probably got a lot to do with the stage as well, just being bigger.
Yeah. So but what I mean is, like, my fear is that they'll slowly start to work better together once they figure out what the other wants to do. Because clearly they're not going to talk about what the other wants to do.
Right.
This is like literally a Star Wars team. They're using the Force.
They know each other pretty well. They made it all the way to Winter Semis together, and they, are from the same region.
Yes, that is true. But of course, every team composition is a little bit different.
Yes.
So
and some teams just don't talk.
I still can't. It's kind of like blowing my mind that they literally just weren't communicating.
The headphones are crazy to me, dude. I can't imagine playing Melee at this level with no headphones on, or with headphones on, and not being able to talk to my teammate and stuff.
It's just, I can't believe it. It's literally blowing my mind.
And they're doing super well, keeping this game very, very close, and winning that first game.
It's a super close game on what I think is a pretty good counter pick.
Yeah, I think this is very, very in favor of the red team in terms of the counter pick. Fox, more room for Fox to run around and do his thing, and keeping them separate has worked out for the blue team as well. Just kind of playing 2 1v1s, so those factors in the stage do factor in, but the red team is getting so much more out of their stocks right now. Like Junebug, 130 plus on the last stock. This stock he's back at 130 plus. RCB living to 150, 160 plus his first stock. They're just getting more out of these stocks than they were previously, which is allowing them to keep the game even and even pull ahead here, it looks like.
I actually thought that AbsentPage was going to dip low and try to up B save Hacks.
Yeah.
With the up B.
Yeah, I thought that you could see that, but you really got to have strong presence of mind to be looking for that early. Yeah,
and I think he'd already just kind of hit his extra double jump, so it was a little bit too late.
There's 3 minutes left with 55 extra seconds, of course.
So once again, we could see the situation. Well, never mind, they back off. Because that situation like that happened similarly in a previous game where
most recent game,
yeah, where you saw a situation where the red team had a lead and they were like really afraid. They were like, if one of us dies, the other one's probably gonna die. So they were playing really disengaged. Wait a minute, is AbsentPage dead? He was saved by the needle.
I don't think so. He was definitely coming back up. I think that I think he needled there to try to buy
More time
more time for Puff to get back down there and finish. But it just didn't work out because Puff was blocked by the other fox.
Yep. Perhaps he thought that I almost want to say Aglet, rose-colored boy, was going to be able to reposition himself, complete the edge guard. But be that as it may, we're actually below the 3-minute mark. So this is a pretty patient gameplay.
Yeah, certainly. And the red team had no problem just hanging on the ledge there by themselves even for a little while.
Yeah, RCB having almost little to no damage comparatively to everybody else, but just like that, all by himself. Shoutouts to Celine Dion. And so he's, you know, we've seen like these kind of situations.
Oh,
with,
that was a great throw selection there. He gets both of them with the up throw and gets himself out of there without punish.
Impressive timing too, right?
Yeah, great timing. It's going to be very, very tough for him to get this game win, but he's fighting tooth and nail for it.
I love seeing when AbsentPage starts shooting a lot of lasers and like 2 out of 3 of them hit hacks.
Those are, you just got to put those on the bill at the end.
Yeah, this is interesting. You've got 2 very dangerous characters at dangerously high percent versus a Puff that's really just starting to drift into that death percentage. You got less than 2 minutes on the clock. This is the these are those melee moments you kind of live for, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, RCB is doing a great job with these throw selections and getting both of them off of him. He's just trying to get a little bit more damage so he can get a strong hit on one of them. He just needs to strong hit one of them, and then he can start, you know, the neutral game in on the other person. If he can just kill one of them, it actually can win by timeout. He can actually win by timeout now. Yeah, he can just win by timeout now as well. Oh! He's bringing the fight to him now.
It's intense.
Yeah, AbsentPage is one up smash away from sealing this out. But I mean, I honestly feel like it's not far-fetched here for Aglet to just go for timeout.
Yeah, just keep planking. I don't know what you're thinking.
Yeah, just do it.
To my knowledge, there's no ledge grab limit.
Definitely not in doubles, there isn't.
Yeah,
even if there was an established one for singles, I don't think it would apply to doubles.
Yeah, we actually have a situation where the timeout is off the table.
For him. Yeah, he can't get back. 2 up for AbsentPage and Hacks. They've got one more.
It's communication.
What?
They're talking.
He broke through his shell?
Hacks is talking, and it still feels like AbsentPage is listening.
AbsentPage is, yes.
But like less engaged.
He's
like even those one word.
He's
it's
taking
like
it all in.
You know, he's like, hey, so maybe we should try to do this, that, and the other. And he's like, yeah. All right, so going back to Dreamland, which I think is fine. They did it remarkably well here.
Yeah, it was super, super close game there.
I wonder what it is that Hacks could have brought up. Like, hey, don't shoot me with those lasers anymore.
Stop shooting me.
And we'll be fine. I just realized, like, Junebug is, like, in the first 20 seconds got to 100%, which is totally unlike how he's been playing.
Hacks has been going in a little bit. AbsentPage has been way more focused on Rose-Colored Boy this game. He's just all over Puff. Ooh, nice shine there from AbsentPage. Is it enough? It's definitely enough to set up a kill, and that's probably going to be 2 kills.
Unless your name is Rose-Colored Boy and you're a legend. But
he did everything in his power to save him there.
Yeah, he ended up not saving him, but like you said, like at that point, it's like
I'm washing my hands of this. Yeah, like
you can't survive that.
I gave you every opportunity in the world.
It's unsurvivable. Oh, nice. What a pass!
That was so sweet.
You know, I think there's a lot that goes into, like, wow. But I was going to say, there's a lot of praise that goes into Jigglypuff and teams about what she can do at rest, but you not always have to rest. Sometimes just picking up edge guards and forward smashes, which we saw like 20 seconds ago.
I'd say that's way more valuable than her rest is in teams for me, because she's going to get punished for resting, I'd say, way more than in doubles than she ever would in singles. the potential for getting punished is there, even if you hit it on them perfectly and it kills them off the side or off the top. It gives you plenty of time to recover. You can still just get killed by their teammate.
I agree. And it seems like they've already adapted to this team saves. A crazy level of adaptation from Hax and AbsentPage.
Definitely not the set we saw on the other side of winter semis, where it was super tight. Now we could be looking at the first 3 donut of the tournament.
Yeah, definitely working on a 30 and a handshake right now.
Oh, that was very bad. Hax going off the stage and SDing.
Yeah, but he does get some more damage on Puff with that up B, you know.
They still got plenty of black line in that lead of theirs.
Cooks his teammate.
Junebug's content right now to just wait and hang out, which I can't fault him for, but when you're behind, you really got to take the fight to him.
Yeah, I always get a bit puzzled when people camp while they're behind, and I think sometimes it's like a dare. You know, they're like, I dare you to be patient and rest on this lead. But, you know, calm and a calm, logical player like AbsentPage and Hax, they're just going to wait.
Yeah, they've been very patient this game. Hax has been very active, but he's been more reserved in terms of just going out and going for risky edge guards or trying to shine, except for when he SD'd. The only time he did do that, he SD'd. Wow, they got Sheik coming in to save Puff and got her. I
gotta wonder if that was a bait. The reason why I say that is I don't think that charge forward smash was like, I don't think that would have killed Puff. Puff was at like 23%, but he was probably thinking, what's the fastest